to the Charlie Dingler YouTube channel. Today I'm going to read you an article from the Georgia Mountain Laurel called The Art of Charlie Dingler. It says, I like Charlie Dingler. He and his art bring a smile to my face. He is a resident of Raven County, but he didn't start out there. Charlie's life began in Newnan, Georgia, but he will tell you that he grew up around Cumming and Buford. Charlie was one of 3 sons. His interest in art began in high school. After graduation, he worked construction, but deep down he wanted to be an artist. Working with his hands was what made him happiest, and at 18 years old, in 1974, he took some art to a local art show. I was hit. I made a decision to pursue art, Charlie said. He kept working summers and weekends to pay his way through at Truett McConnell College, and then Brenau College, where he studied art education. He actually has a teaching degree, by the way. That's a fact that very few people know. When the old tannery closed in Buford, Georgia, the art community established an artist colony in a portion of the abandoned factory. Charlie was one of the original artists, and he opened a gallery there. He learned blacksmithing and metalworking. He kept his gallery going, and he did pretty well. In the 90s, Charlie began to do small paintings, primitive folk art, and they were well received. Every piece of his art tells a story or celebrates an aspect of life. He worked jobs as he had to and did shows every chance he could. The folk art community is a tightly woven group. The support each artist gives the other is key to their success. Charlie had a one-man show in 1993. Then he attended Folk Fest in Atlanta and Finsterfest at Paradise Garden in Summerville, Georgia. Charlie is father to 2 children, Cassie, that's me, and Clayton, and he has a special someone he shares his life with. In 2016, he got a call from his brother about a new distillery opening in Dillard, Georgia. His brother worked for the distillery already and did something there. They needed some help converting the old cannery into RM Rose Distillery. He was glad for the work and to offer his help. Because of his metalworking experience, he was just the guy they needed. Once the operation was up and running and he had gotten a taste of mountain life, he decided to stay. Now, I think it's funny they say he had gotten a taste of mountain life. I think that's an interesting choice of words because it implies that that was his first taste of mountain life, and realistically it's not. He grew up, of course, around Georgia and around the mountains of Georgia, and later in his adult life he lived in the North Carolina mountains, and he moved back because of his brother John and the distillery. I was about 13 at the time, and it wasn't his first taste of mountain life. It was as much a taste as when Bud the Bull tastes the grass he ate last Tuesday. So I think that's an interesting choice of words. He stayed actually because of his brother, and after his brother passed away, he stayed, he says, to sort of be part of the legacy of his brother or something. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the article. Where was I? He has worked every aspect of the process at RM Rose, from the manufacturing of the whiskeys and bourbons to bottling, packaging, and shipping. When you reach for the door of the RM Rose gift shop, you will encounter Charlie's metalwork. He fashioned the door handles, including their signature rose. I wonder if they have a picture of that rose. I may have to make another video showing those roses. Charlie's newest creation is his whirligigs, a name he gave them and one that is a perfect fit for his yard art. Um, Actually, technically, he didn't make up the name whirligig. It's a term for basically a spinny yard thingy. It's it's not new, but I think it's a nice name. It's fun. I like the name whirligig. They are bright and colorful, fun and functional. They twirl and spin to folk art perfection. Where can you find Charlie and his art? At the Rayburn County Community Market, behind the Rayburn County Civic Center on Saturday mornings from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's interesting. I did not previously know his schedule, so if you happen to be in Rayburn County, go ahead and pester him as much as you want to. Have fun on Saturdays. And trust me, it'll be fun. His whirligigs have also found a home at Main Street Gallery in downtown Clayton. Whirligigs are just one aspect of Charlie's art. He explores flea markets and junk stores, finding pieces that he can transform into art. Typically, his work is mixed media and three-dimensional. His work isn't always mixed media and three-dimensional, and that's more of a recent thing he's been doing. He has also done a lot of traditional paintings that are not mixed media and are not three-dimensional. So he has a very wide range of art styles. When I asked him what he paints, he thoughtfully responded, "Well, I paint everything from angels to spaceships." That's probably how he said it, maybe. With a lifetime of art experience, he was known for Bud the Bull. Painting farm animals was a natural choice because a farm is where Charlie grew up. Bud the Bull has been retired and replaced with birds, VW vans, chickens, and horses. When I read the article the first time, I was like, wow, I didn't know Bud the Bull was retired. No, Bud the Bull technically is not retired. He still paints Bud the Bull once in a while. I think sometimes he says he's not going to paint him anymore. Bud the Bull is based off of his pet bull. I say pet because Bud was kind of like an oversized dog. But he had a bull named Bud, and after Bud died, like right after, he said he did not want to paint Bud anymore. So there's a gap of time where Bud was retired, where there were no Bud paintings, but people really like Bud, and he got back to painting them again. And so Bud the Bull is not really retired. He just says he's retired. He finds a place in his art for poker chips, bottle caps, and other unique finds. I'll have to show you some of his poker chip art. Those are really cool. May 1st and 2nd will find Charlie at Art Fandango, hosted by folk artist Sam Granger. The event will begin at 10 a.m. and finish up at 5 p.m. The art show will feature art from 5 regional artists and take place at 1390 Tom Bourne Road in Clarksville, Georgia. You can also see more of Charlie's work on Instagram at DinglerCharlie. #DinglerCharlie. I will own a whirligig. I just have to choose which one. I think it's interesting he didn't mention the YouTube channel. Obviously you can find more art at the Charlie Dingler channel. So be sure to like and subscribe to follow the channel, and you'll get to see lots more art. Here are a few of his whirligigs. Oh, that's something else. He's got this canoe. The canoe is new. It's something he started doing recently. I really like the VWs. Then he's got an airplane, a chicken, a pig. That's the end of the article. And he has, of course, lots more whirligigs, which I will show you in the future. And that's all, I suppose. Oh, not quite. I forgot. Just a minute. I've got some pictures of the article in print. Here. I will post links. I think that's the last picture. I put the link to the digital article below, both to the Georgia Mountain Laurel and to the Art of Charlie Dingler. If you are on his Facebook page and you were following the link on his page, that link for some reason has a bug in it and no longer takes you to the article. So I found a way to get to the link. I found the link back, a better link that it leads. You'll understand if you click it. And I will put those below. I will also be showing you more Charlie Dingler whirligigs in the future with another whirligig vote. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching.